A wedding tends to be a day to remember, and that is very true for Toya Battersby, Georgia Taylor, in Coronation Street, especially when Abby Franklin, Sally Carmen, takes drastic action. But will the bride go through with the ceremony? Or is there a shock in store for Imran Habib, Charlie D'Amelio? Meanwhile, in the wake of his accident, Max Turner, Paddy Beaver, has some thinking to do as he makes an admission while Faye Windus, Ellie Leach, gets unwelcome news from her doctor. Monday, May 2nd. After Abby realizes that Imran has hired Ben to get dirt on her, she jumps into the driver's seat of Toya's wedding car just as Toya gets in. Driving off, Abby tries to persuade Toya to cancel the wedding. Abby drops Toya off at the hotel. As Toya enters the venue, the wedding ceremony takes place in front of Nick, Leanne, Kelly, and Adam. As the wedding party piles into the Rovers, Imran confronts Abby in the street and asserts that she's an unfit mother. In the medical center, Dr. Gadders breaks the news to Faye that she's suffering from an early menopause and will never be able to have any more children. Faye tells Tim, then returns home and tells Craig. Stu asks Ken to give him a lift to the wholesalers. While there, an officer accuses Stu of an attempted break-in and assumes Ken to be the getaway driver. As Stu leaves the police station, the officer asserts that he's had a lucky escape given his track record. Yasmin tells Stu how disappointed she is and it would be best if found somewhere else to stay tonight. In the hospital, the surgeon assures David and Shona that Max's operation went well and he's in a stable condition. Max admits that he was running away in a bid to avoid prison. Meanwhile, at Steve's request, Amy and Jacob join him and Tracy at number 1 for a chippy tea and a game of charades. Wednesday, May 4th. Aggravated. Peter attends his consultation with Mr. Thorne. When Mr. Thorne feels Aggie is trying to make him look incompetent in front of a patient, he issues her with a verbal warning. Aggie overhears Mr. Thorne gloating to a colleague how he rushed Peter's operation in order to win the bet. Kelly begs Imran not to take Alfie away from Abby after Abby reveals what he has been up to. Elliot confirms that he'll be representing Abby at the custody hearing after his fees are being paid by a mystery donor. Dean approaches hoping to score some drugs. Abby bungs him some cash to get rid of him. Ben shows Imran the pictures he took of Abby and Dean and suggests he's willing to lie in court. Will Imran play dirty and accept Ben's offer to gain custody of his son? Abby visits Alfie in the neonatal unit. Stu thanks Ken for letting him stay the night. Stu serenades Yasmin with a song by way of an apology. Yasmin orders him to leave. Is this the end of the road for Yasmin and Stu? Craig reveals to Faye that Beth reckons he should dump her because she can't have children. David visits Max and breaks the news that he's been expelled from school. Friday, May 6th. Thorne in Aggie's side. Abby struggles on the day of Seb's vigil. Aggie tells the other nurse that someone has reported Mr. Thorne and later discovers that all Mr. Thorne's operations have been cancelled until further notice. Mr. Thorne accosts Aggie and tells her that he plans to make her life a misery. At the undertaker's, Todd berates George for muddling up the client's ashes and points out that he has to speak to Eileen. George finally admits that he's been staying up every night so as not to subject her to his snoring. How will Eileen react? In the factory, Carla and Sarah are interrupted by Kirk demonstrating his new air horn. Kirk explains how the plan is to blow the horn every time they make a sale as he introduces further improvements as extra office administrator.